Oh, it's wobbly. What's going on, cats and kitties? Coming to you from beautiful West Village. As you can see, the scaffolding above the building I'm standing in front of will probably be demolished within the next 2 days. We can put up some shiny bullshit edifice, some tribute to capitalism. That's another story. I want to talk about the New York Audio Show, which I just dropped a video on a couple days ago. Some people told me the show was a disaster. The show wasn't a disaster. There weren't many exhibitors at the show, but there were some wonderful rooms. The Luxman Harbeth room was fantastic. The room, Treehouse Audio Labs, I like that room a lot, really cool speakers. And the Linear Tube Audio and Spatial Audio Labs room, the Pure Project room, they all had really good sound. And this led me to think, after I posted the video and people were sort of saying, I've never even heard of this show. You know, Chester Audio Group does a really shit job of advertising their own shows. But I guess they wonder, who do we advertise to? I don't know, the show, there was almost no advanced publicity. I didn't know the show existed until like 2 weeks before the show when somebody came in the Jazz Record Center and talked about it. But it got me to thinking, there should be audio shows that are mid-fi audio shows, where we only allow gear that sells for less than like $4,000. I am sorry, you do have to spend a little bit of money on hi-fi gear if you actually want to hear what's in your recordings, be they a vinyl record or a stream. You do have to spend a little bit of money. You know, you have to cough up a little bit. You have to pay more than what you pay for a sound bar. I'm sorry, because you know, the pursuit of hearing what's actually on your records requires you paying people who have spent their lives developing this gear. So I think $2,000, $3,000 is a good cutoff point for a piece of gear, such as anything made by shit. The new KLH speakers that I reviewed for Stereophile. There's so many brands doing great work for not, you know, crazy, exorbitant prices that make people run away and think audiophiles are all out of their fucking minds. Who do we have? We have shit. We have Klipsch, of course. I don't really care for the Klipsch RPM 60s or 600s or whatever. Those things are rip your ears off. But like the Fortes, the Heresies, those are wonderful speakers for the money. Just fantastic. I think the Heresies are 2,000, the Fortes are 4,000, and they're just fabulous speakers. Amps by NAD, or turntables from entry level from Rega or Project. You know, if we did a mid-fi show, there was all gear like that, and we, you know, put advertising in the New York Times or in Pitchfork or any of the music journals, and you gave it like a 4-month advance and you really built it up, I bet you could pack that show with young people. Because the young people, I'm thinking below 40, are way into vinyl records. I see it all the time at the Jazz Record Center. You appeal to that crowd and you show them what's available, and you treat them well. You don't treat them like they're idiots or fools or nincompoops, whatever the word is. And you could probably have a revolution in high-end audio. But instead, we lean towards, you know, $60,000 turntables, $30,000 turntables. Now, at the end of the day, you do get what you pay for, but it's all about how much money you want to invest in that gear. I reviewed a $30,000 clear audio turntable, best turntable I've ever had in my apartment. It was better than my Kuzma, which is like $17,000, I guess. That thing was really, really great. I just reviewed a $10,000 turntable from Pure Fidelity Harmony, fantastic turntable. Very close to my Kuzma in a million different ways. Just, wow, it blew me away. Project makes great turntables. NAD makes great gear. Rega makes great gear. Music Hall makes great gear. You could assemble a wonderful mid-fi system. If you watch, you know, Steve Gutenberg, he has cheaper systems than that. I think the same as going up in price, going down in price, there's a point of diminishing returns. I do think you have to spend a little money. You know, in the 50s and the 60s, hi-fi was not some exorbitant, oh my God, you're gonna spend that on a turntable? You know, today people spend shit tons of money on a watch, on a car, on a surfboard, I don't know, on their clothes. Music, to me, is the most important thing, one of the most important things in life. You have music, you have love, you have loyalty, you have friendship. That's more important to me than all this other stuff we accumulate in America, where we have to have storage spaces to keep all our crap that we don't have room for in our house. When did that begin? When I was a kid, there were no storage spaces. What the? Anyway, my goal in this whole thing is to talk about we need a mid-fi revolution. And that would come from real mid-fi shows where it's Klipsch and Zoo and Shit and NAD and Rega and all these other people I'm not really thinking of, Klipsch, who make wonderful mid-fi gear. You know, I'm reviewing the Thorn's TD-1500 for Analog Planet. That sells for $2,400. With they kind of cheat their own table by outfitting it with a bronze, Ortofon Bronze 2M, which I'm sorry, it's just a pretty crummy cartridge. So I'm gonna review it and put a better cartridge on it. But I put that thing on my system, I think it doesn't sound great. I turned it up. Things always sound better when you turn them up. I turned it up. Wow, it's really full, it's fat, it sounded really good. And it's $2,400. And some people think, oh, $2,400, oh, you gotta be insane. Really? Your music doesn't matter $2,400 to you? I know that's a lot of money, but you take care of a turntable, it could last, you could pass it down to your children if you take care of it, just like you have to take care of your records. Anyway, tell me what you think about the need for a mid-fi audio revolution, and I'm signing out. Have a great evening. Whoa.